From predictions of the end times to divine potentials and intergalactic overlords, the beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and Scientology not only define the identity of these groups, but also set them apart in the religious landscape. Let's go through 10 unusual beliefs of each religion. Whenever possible, I use images from the religion's official websites so you can see how they portray their own beliefs. First up is Jehovah's Witnesses, which claims about 8 million believers and is arguably the least unusual of the three, though still quite different from other Christian religions. Number 1. Blood transfusions. Jehovah's Witnesses refuse blood transfusions, including those that could be life-saving. Based on their interpretation of biblical texts such as Acts 15:28 and 29, they believe that consuming or transfusing blood is morally wrong. Number 2. End times predictions. Over the years, Jehovah's Witnesses have made several specific predictions about the end of the world. For example, they forecast that Armageddon would occur in 1914, 1925, and 1975. After these predictions did not materialize, their stance on the exact timing of the end times has become more general. Number 3. No hell. They believe that hell does not exist as a place of eternal torment. Instead, they teach that death is a state of non-existence, with the wicked simply ceasing to exist. Annihilationism. Number 4. 144,000 in heaven. They hold that exactly 144,000 faithful Christians will be resurrected to life in heaven and rule with Christ in the kingdom of God. These individuals are referred to as the anointed class. The rest of righteous humanity will live forever on a restored earth. Number 5. Refusal to celebrate holidays and birthdays. Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate most holidays or birthdays. They believe that such celebrations have pagan origins or promote values that are not consistent with biblical teachings. Number 6. Political neutrality. Members abstain from participating in any political activities, including voting, and they do not join the military. Their political neutrality also extends to not saluting the flag or singing the national anthem. Number 7. No crosses. They do not use the cross in worship and argue that Jesus was crucified on a single upright stake, not a traditional cross. They believe that the cross is a pagan symbol and thus inappropriate for Christian worship. Number 8. Suppression of Apostates. The organization is known for shunning those who leave or are expelled from the religion, including close family members. This practice is meant to maintain the purity of the congregation and to encourage the return of those who have left. Number 9. Only Jehovah's Witnesses will be saved. They believe that they are the only true Christians and that salvation is limited to their members. This belief leads to a strong emphasis on door-to-door evangelizing to recruit new members before the imminent end of the world. Number 10. New Light Doctrine. The belief in New Light or progressive revelation allows their governing body to revise doctrines and interpretations of the Bible. They view these changes as new understandings provided by God as the world approaches the end times. Mormonism, formerly known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, claims 17 million members and ramps things up in our comparison with some even more unusual beliefs. Number 1. God and human potential. Mormons believe that God was once a man on another planet and that humans can become gods in their own right, ruling over their own realms. This is a core part of the doctrine of exaltation. Number 2. Premortal existence. They believe that all humans existed as spirits before being born on Earth. This pre-Earth life includes choosing to follow Jesus or Satan, which influences one's mortal existence. Number 3. Golden Plates and Book of Mormon. According to Mormon belief, their founder, Joseph Smith, translated the Book of Mormon from golden plates he was guided to by an angel named Moroni. The Book of Mormon is considered a sacred text alongside the Bible. Number 4. Multiple levels of heaven. Mormons believe in 3 degrees of heaven: celestial, terrestrial, and telestial, where individuals are placed according to their righteousness and adherence to Mormon teachings. The highest level, the celestial kingdom, is further divided into 3 levels. Number 5. Sacred undergarments. Adult Mormons who have participated in temple endowment ceremonies wear special undergarments that serve as reminders of their commitments to God. These garments are often referred to colloquially as Mormon Underwear. Number 6. Baptism for the dead. Mormons perform baptisms on behalf of deceased persons, allowing those who didn't have the opportunity to accept the church's teachings during their mortal lives to receive baptism by proxy in the afterlife. Number 7. Eternal families. They believe that family relationships can last forever, not just till death do us part. This is contingent upon all family members adhering to Mormon teachings and participating in sealing ceremonies conducted in temples. Number 8. Planets and creation. Some interpretations of Mormon doctrine suggest that God created multiple worlds and that each godly being who achieves exaltation might eventually be involved in creating new worlds. Number 9. The Word of Wisdom. This is a health law given by Joseph Smith, which prohibits the consumption of alcohol, tobacco, and hot drinks, interpreted as coffee and tea, and encourages the use of herbs and grains. Adherence is required for entrance into Mormon temples. Number 10. Living Prophets and Revelation. Mormons believe that the heavens are open and that God still speaks to his children on earth, primarily through the church's president, whom they regard as a prophet, seer, and revelator. Scientology, founded by L. Ron Hubbard in the 1950s, claims 10 million believers and pretty much takes the cake in terms of unusual beliefs and practices. Here are some of the most unique ones. Number 1. Thetans. Scientologists believe that each human is essentially an immortal spiritual being called a Thetan. The Thetan has lived through past lives and will continue to exist beyond the death of the physical body. Number 2. Auditing. One of the core practices in Scientology, auditing involves a member, the pre-clear, being guided by an auditor using a device called an e-meter. This practice is intended to help individuals relieve and thus clear themselves of past traumas, including those from previous lives, to increase spiritual awareness and freedom. Number 3. Xenu and the Galactic Confederacy. Perhaps one of the most infamous beliefs, as outlined in the advanced level of Operating Thetan 3, involves the story of Xenu, a galactic ruler who, millions of years ago, supposedly brought billions of his people to Earth in spacecraft resembling Douglas DC-8 airplanes, stacked them around volcanoes, and destroyed them using hydrogen bombs. The spirit of these aliens, called body Thetans, are said to cling to humans and cause spiritual harm. Number 4. Silent birth. Scientologists advocate for silent childbirth, where no one around the birthing woman should speak unless absolutely necessary. This practice is based on the belief that words spoken during times of pain or unconsciousness can cause trauma and adverse effects later in life. Number 5. Disconnection. A controversial practice where members are encouraged to cut off all contact with friends or family members who are suppressive persons, i.e., those who are critical of the church or its teachings. Number 6. Sea Org. The Sea Organization, or Sea Org, is a dedicated group within Scientology that signs a billion-year contract to symbolize their eternal commitment to the religion. Members live in communal settings and work in various capacities for the church, often under rigorous conditions. Number 7. Clearing the planet. Scientologists believe in the goal of clearing the planet, which involves bringing the practices and beliefs of Scientology to the global population so that everyone can reach the state of clear. Number 8. The Bridge to Total Freedom. This is a structured path of advancement in Scientology, consisting of a series of levels and courses designed to bring one to higher states of awareness and ability. Each level is progressively more advanced and typically requires a substantial financial and time commitment. Number 9. Fair Game Policy. Although officially canceled in 1968, the Fair Game Policy has been described in historical documents indicating that those identified as enemies of the church could be subject to extreme measures without repercussions for the members who carried them out. The official Scientology stance is that this is false, and fair game only meant that apostate members could not seek protection or refuge under the church's internal ethics or justice codes. Number 10. Operating Thetan levels. These are advanced teachings that are available only to members who have reached certain stages of progression. These teachings include abilities that a person can supposedly gain through their Scientology practices, such as leaving one's body at will, exteriorization. Yes, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and Scientology are definitely some unusual religions. These three groups combined total about 35 million adherents. While that may sound like a lot, compared to Christianity, 2.4 billion, or Muslims, 1.9 billion, they really are quite small. What do you think of these religions? Are you aware of any other unusual beliefs any of these groups possess? Or perhaps you were in one of them and can describe what it was like. Please leave your thoughts and comments below. Links to details regarding all the beliefs discussed can be found in the video description. For Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons, all links go to their official websites. For Scientology, as much as possible, I linked to the official website, but in a few cases the website did not cover the topics as far as I could find. And as always, thanks for watching.